Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ya Devi Stuyate Nityam Vibhudairvedaparagaihi सामे वसद जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः रामकृष्णगतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणी जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चात्वेषविज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं ऋतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः देति जगति माया यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतोऽस्मि व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः भावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात् सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. Srimad Bhagavatam is to teach Parama Satyam, Satyam Param Dhimahi. With this motive, the Shastram is presented to the humanity, and the Shastram is presented as a dialogue between Shaunakadi Rishis and Sutta Muni. Shaunakadi Rishis asked, what is the highest duty of a human being by performing which he gets ultimate fulfillment? Pumsam ekantatah shreyaha kim yena karmana atma samprasitati. Sutta Muni replied, gaining the knowledge about the Ishvara and oneself. With knowledge of the self, one should love the Lord. That is the purpose of human life. Savai pumsam paro dharmaha yato bhaktihi adhokshaje ahetukya pratihata yaya atma samprasitati. Ahetuki bhakti is the purpose of human life. Ahetuki bhakti means jnana yukta bhakti. Otherwise, all the duties which are imposed on the humanity by the niyati will be a shrama. No one can avoid doing duties and taking care of responsibilities. So, swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhihi haritoshanam. Without this goal for human life, the human life itself will be MBBS life. Miserable, burdensome, boring, with suffering. So it will be MBBS life. So Vishwaksena Kathasu Notpatayed Yadiratim Sunishtitasya Dharmaha Shramayevahi Kevalam. It will be a Kevalam Shramaha. Therefore, Tasmad Ekena Manasa Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi Shrotavyaha Kirtitavyascha Dhyeyaha Pudyascha Nityada. One should find out Satvatam Pati, one should find out the Guru who can teach this ultimate knowledge to oneself. Satvatam Pati happened to be the Bhagavan and his Guru Parampara is there. One should approach the Sadhu Sangha and get the Sadhu Sangha, gain this knowledge by Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. What is the utility of knowledge? Already it is told. Atmanaha Samprasadanam is the benefit. So, Bhidyate Hridaya Grantihi Hridyade Sarva Samshayaha Kriyante Chasya Karmani. Drishtayeva Atmani Ishwari. Jivan Muktihi is the phalam of this way of life. With this introduction, the Bhagavatam started. And the Bhagavatam, how it was originated, was told by Sutta Muni due to the inspiration given by Narada Rishi to Vyasacharya. Vyasacharya compiled this Bhagavata Shastram with this motive only. Because Vyasacharya was suffering due to dissatisfaction. So, Bhagavata Shastram gave fulfillment even to the Vyasacharya. Etat hi atura chittanam matra svarshechaya muhuku bhava sindhu plavo drishtaha haricharyanu varnanam. This is the boat to cross the Bhavasagaram. Otherwise, atura chitta will be there. All the time grumbling, depressed, morose life it will be. This Jnana Yukta Bhakti is not only a goal, it is the very end itself. Not only a means to get moksha while living, freedom from all types of sufferings and dissatisfactions. It is the very end itself. Having gained this knowledge, those people who have gained this knowledge, again they reveled in this. Atma Ramascha Munayaha Nirgranta Api. They are Nirgranta. They don't have any problem. Urukrame Ahitukim Bhaktim Kurvanti. Ittam Bhuta Gunaha Harihi. Because that is the grandness of the Lord. Even after gaining Jivan Mukti, the Jnani loves the Lord. This is the assertion. And one more reason is going to be presented. See, you have to see the sequence of the Shastra. First, there was an assertion, gain this knowledge, love the Lord. That is the purpose of life. If you gain the knowledge and love the Lord, you will be free from all types of sufferings. What are all those sufferings? Atmanaha, dissatisfied. Then Shramaha. First problem is dissatisfaction. Second problem is burdensome. Then third problem is Atura Chitta. All the time with worries. Then fourth one is now going to be revealed, Bhaya. Freedom from Bhayam is possible only by knowledge. This is one sequence. Another sequence is how the knowledge is compiled by Vyasacharya and how the Shastram is presenting an idea that humanity doesn't have any other means than gaining this knowledge if it is interested in freedom from all types of suffering. Even if Bhagavan himself interferes in one's life and saves his life, still his life is not safe. The person's life is not at all safe by any means, including miraculous powers of the Lord. Whatever Lord can give will not help a person to get rid of his suffering. So this is the assertion. Again is going to tell in the form of Parikshit Maharaja's story. Initially Vidya was glorified, then Grantha Karta was glorified, then Acharya Shukacharya was glorified. Now Shishyaha Parikshit Maharaja is going to be glorified. So Bhagavatam begins in battlefield. Bhagavatam story begins in battlefield. Because battlefield is a place wherein everyone is afraid mortally. Mortal fear is available in battlefield. Nobody can give any assurance to the continuity of his existence. He cannot say, tomorrow I will come and take tiffin. Even he cannot say, morning I will come for dinner. See, during Mahabharata war, there was no tiffin, not even lunch. Only dinner is available. And the dinner was provided for both sides. Both sides is to sit together and eat, cooked in one kitchen, and everybody was fed. Yudhishthira was wondered how, without any balanced food, this cook is managing feeding everyone. Neither it is excess, nor it is less. So he went and asked the chief cook, hey, how you manage? How you manage? No, early morning, Bhagavan Krishna used to come and tell one number. To that number only I will cook. Acha? So whatever number is told by Bhagavan Krishna, for them only it is cooked. And there is no less also, there is no excess also. As far as other warriors are concerned, they themselves don't know whether they are going to take dinner or not on that day. So mortal fear is there in the battlefield. Bhagavad Shastram indicates, if you want to get rid of mortal fear, hold on this scripture. Other than holding of this scripture, you don't have any option, even if Bhagavan comes and helps you to remove your mortal fear. Understand? So on the 18th day, evening, when Duryodhana was defeated by Bhima by hitting him on the thigh, according to his Shapata, Duryodhana was on deathbed. He has not yet died. And only 3 people were available on Duryodhana's side. Kritavarma, Kripacharya, Ashwatthama. They were searching for Duryodhana, where this fellow went. So when they found that Duryodhana is on deathbed, then Ashwatthama got very much angry. Duryodhana told, today also they defeated me by cheating. According to Duryodhana, rules should be followed by the opponent only, not by himself. When opponent violates the rule, so he will comply. When he violates the rule, when somebody points out, he will say that it is justified. So Duryodhana told, below the hip, Gada Yuddha should not happen. So they hit me below the hip. But he did not tell that I got the boon from my mother, which made me entire body, other than that thigh portion, as Vajra. He did not tell that. So selective information was given. So already Ashwatthama was in anger because they have killed his father. Pandavas have killed his father by telling a lie. So he was very angry. So he did Shapata. Apandava Vamsham I will do. I will destroy all the Pandavas and their Vamsha. Like that he did Shapata. Immediately Duryodhana told, no. Only Pandavas should be killed. Vamsha should not be killed because that Vamsha belonged to Kuru Vamsha. So at least to do Shraddha, I need some people. So don't hurt children. Upapandavas they were. Don't hurt children. 5 Upapandavas. Each one is born to Pandavas. So he went, and 18th day night, everybody is in their tent about to sleep. Upapandavas used to sleep in one tent. Pandavas used to sleep in another tent. That day, Krishna gave a suggestion to both of them. Let us change the tent. Like that, he made to sleep Upapandavas in Pandavas' tent, Pandavas in Upapandavas' tent. This fellow, with all angry mood, he came. Drishtadumna, who happened to be the major general, was guarding the entire tent. Drishtadumna was killed by Ashwatthama as a revenge to his father's death, because Drishtadumna only killed Dronacharya. Then he entered Pandava tent, and they were all sleeping, covering their head. He simply killed them, took everybody's head, brought it to the Duryodhana and showed, see, I have fulfilled my promise. When Duryodhana saw, it was not Pandava's head, it was Upapandava's head. Then Duryodhana started scolding. Idiot! In anger, generally thinking power is lost. So you lost thinking power, and instead of killing the Pandavas, you have killed the Vamsha. Like that, he started scolding him. By the time Draupadi happened to know the situation, she cried. When she cried, all the Pandavas came to know what happened. Then they found this is a very heinous crime. Who has done? Like that, they were wondering. When they saw Drishtadumna also was killed, then they understood only 3 fellows are there that side. Kritavarma, Kripacharya and Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama would have done this. So he simply assures Draupadi that I will bring the head of the criminal. So revenge is the only way of pacifying the Kshatrani. Arjuna and other Pandavas along with Krishna went for search. When they found Ashwatthama was running, they got confirmation, this is the fellow who has done this. So they wanted to catch. When Arjuna went ahead to catch Ashwatthama, Ashwatthama released Brahmastra to protect himself. As even Brahmastra is approaching Arjuna, Arjuna has mortal fear. See, Ashwatthama himself is a Chiranjeevi by boon, not by knowledge. He himself is a Chiranjeevi. He also got Marana Bhayam. By boon he got Chiranjeevitvam, not by knowledge. What is the difference between getting Chiranjeevitvam by boon and knowledge? By boon means you consider still yourself, physical body as yourself. And you will try to protect your physical body. When you get Chiranjeevitvam through knowledge, you will happily hand over physical body. And you will live. You got the point? If you try to protect your physical body from death, you are ignorant. If you hand over your physical body to the death, you are knowledgeable. So this fellow got fear, and that fear is called mortal fear. So he released Brahmastra. Then Arjuna, who has fought all great warriors, he also has mortal fear. So he cries again to Krishna, Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Abhayankara Tvameko Dakyamananam Apavargosi Samsrute. Please protect me, Krishna. from this Brahmastra. You are the one who can do this. Then Bhagavan Krishna very disappointed. This fellow, just 18 days before, I told all things, nothing entered its hips. Still this fellow has Marana Bhayam. This will not happen to Parikshit Maharaja. This will not happen to Parikshit Maharaja. At least this fellow got 18 days time. Parikshit Maharaja got only 7 days time. 18th day night, there is a threat for Arjuna's life. So what he should have done? All right, I also know how to protect myself. Through Brahmastra, I also can protect myself. But he was not willing to do, because if two Brahmastras collide, then there will be danger for society, for other living beings. So he had the Dharma Buddhi. He did not have Atma Buddhi. If he would have get that Atma Buddhi, then he will tell, all right, what is there? I have nothing to protect myself. But he surrenders to God. Then Krishna was very much disappointed. Then he thought, if I save this fellow by my Maya Shakti from Brahmastra, then Ashwatthama will think what? This Arjuna's life is saved by Krishna. Otherwise, I would have defeated the Arjuna. So he will boast to the society. Therefore, Bhagavan told to Arjuna, idiot, when life is under threat, you forget everything. You also have Brahmastra. Use it. Then Arjuna told, no. If I also use it, then there will be problem for other living beings. Our individual fight should not create problem. Oh, that is why you are not releasing. Okay, Dharma Buddhi is there. But I say you release. It was released. So both the Brahmastras were colliding. Then Krishna said to Arjuna, now you recall both of them. Because that fellow doesn't know how to recall. Ashwatthama did not learn how to recall. Actually, it was not taught to him. Dronacharya taught Brahmastra only to Arjuna with the conviction that this fellow will not misuse it even if his life is under threat. See, the conviction is pakka. He got that evidence. So Dronacharya knew that this fellow is Dharmavan at any cost. But my son Ashwatthama may not be Dharmavan because he is Santarpavadi. See, the half kingdom was given to Drona by Arjuna. Correct? By defeating Drupada Raja. But this fellow, instead of taking side with Pandavas, he has taken side with Duryodhanas. So, Acharya knows that. Dronacharya knows that this fellow is a Santarpavadi. So, he did not teach. But he was very adamant and go on pestering and requesting, crying, like a son to a father. So, father thought, all right, I will teach him how to release it. I will not teach him how to stop it, how to call back, so that this fellow will not use it. It is like handing over a car, teaching how to drive without teaching how to put brake. What is the idea in the mind of the father? At least this will stop him using it, correct? Because he doesn't know how to put brake. With that idea, because of his pressure and over attachment towards the son, Dronacharya taught. But this fellow used without having any concern for the consequences. So he was very selfish. Just to save himself, he was ready to create trouble to the other living beings also. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna told, this fellow is idiot. So you withdraw both the Brahmastras. When both the Brahmastras were withdrawn by Arjuna, Ashwatthama was caught by Pandavas. Immediately, Bhagavan says, kill this fellow. That is the dharma. Kill this fellow That is the dharma. Then Arjuna wondered, why suddenly? Because Bhagavan knows what is dharma. What is dharma? A Brahmana cannot be killed at any cost because he is the receptor of knowledge. See, the tradition, you have to analyze the tradition. The person who has knowledge, any type of knowledge, should not be killed. He can be exiled. He can be quarantined, but should not be killed. Because his knowledge will be useful for the society. His emotions have done criminal actions, not the knowledge. So knowledge should not be punished. Therefore, the receptor of that knowledge should not be punished. So Brahmana cannot be killed at any cost. Even if he is a Brahma Bandhu. What is the meaning of Brahma Bandhu? Naam kya vaste Brahmana is called Brahma Bandhu. A Brahmana who doesn't have Upavitam, or after having Upavidam also, who doesn't follow the Vedic way of life, who doesn't perform Sandhya Vandanam, Gayatri, who doesn't do Tapasya, who earns money, who exchanges his knowledge for wealth purpose. These are all Brahma Bandhus. Naam ke vaste Brahmana. Even they also cannot be killed. Because of the respect towards the knowledge, the tradition, the sampradaya, the society has this rule. You compare this tradition with Islamic invaders. Nalanda University, Takshashila, all are destroyed. You compare the situation with not only Islamic invaders, other invaders also. All are destroyed. So the treasure house of the knowledge was destroyed. So our tradition, our sampradaya, our society always given knowledge as the top position. Therefore, one who has this knowledge should not be killed. He should be given punishment, but should not be killed. That is the Dharma Shastra. But Krishna says, Atatayi, therefore kill him. Mainam partha hargasitratum brahma bandhum imam jahi yosau anagasah suptan avadhin nishibalakan mattam pramattam unmattam suptam balam striyam jadam prapannam viratham bhitam naripum hanti dharmavite sapranan yah parapranaihi prapushnadi agranah khalaha तद्वदस्त्य हि श्रेयः यद्दोषाद् यात् यदः पुमान्. So he is an Atatayi. He should be killed because there is a rule, you cannot kill certain people at all. Mattam, pramattam, unmattam. Mentals should not be killed. Suptam, one who sleeps should not be killed. Balam, striyam, children should not be killed. Women should not be killed. Jadam, a person who doesn't have his own physical identity is called Jadaha. So, he should not be killed. Prapannam, one who takes the shelter, Sharanagati, should not be killed. But this fellow killed sleeping children. So, therefore, he is not qualified for your daya, kill him. Then Arjuna was wondering, why Bhagavan is insisting? He knows all dharma. At any cost, Brahmana should not be killed. Why he is insisting me? Then Sutamuni says, Evam parikshata dharmam partha krishnena choditaha naichadhantum guru sutam yadyapi atmahanam mahan. The observation given by Sutamuni. Evam parikshata dharma. Bhagavan was instigating Arjuna, giving an examination. Even at this condition, this fellow is following dharma or not. Terrible condition. Here, Sutamuni says, Arjuna passed this examination. Evam dharmam parikshata choditaha. Mahan. Arjuna is very grand. Bhagavan wanted to do Pariksha with regard to dharma. Not only with regard to dharma paripalanam, with regard to Guru Bhakti also. This Ashwatthama is Guru Sutam. Killing Guru Suta is equal to killing Guru. If Dronacharya is Guru for Kshatriya Dharmam, Bhagavan Krishna is Guru for Adhyatma Dharma, Moksha Dharma. Whether this fellow has Guru Bhakti or not, whether he will fight against me in future. So, his Guru Bhakti was tested, but Arjuna came out with all colors. Na icchate hantum. He did not kill Ashwatthama, so he dragged Ashwatthama and brought in front of the Draupadi. This is a sign of Daivi Sampat. Whether you have this Daivi Sampat or not, how to know? What is the Daivi Sampat here tested? Kshama, forgiving nature. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitraha karunaha. That karuna is there or not. If it is exemplified in Arjuna's life, then certainly my teaching will work according to Krishna. So far it did not work. But it will work. If this Daivi Sampat is there, it will work gradually. Therefore, Krishna was happy. Yadyapi Atmahanam Guru Sutam na icchate hantum. Therefore, he is Mahan. Now, Ashwatthama is brought in front of the Draupadi. Now, examination for Draupadi. What she does. That is the examination. Tathahrutam pashuvat pashabaddham avangmukam karma jugupsitena nirikshya krishna pakrutam guru sutam vamasvabhava kripaya nanamacha uvachacha asahantyasya bandhanayanam sati mucyatam yesha brahmano nitaram guruhu. When Ashwatthama was brought in front of the Draupadi, Draupadi Devi saw this fellow avangmukham, karma jugupsitena avang. Even Ashwatthama felt guilt. Unnecessarily I killed children. So therefore he has put down his head and he had guilt of being defeated. So his head was down. Seeing the Ashwatthama's head was down, Draupadi Devi Vamasvabhava Kripaya Nanamacha. She went and did namaskara to Ashwatthama. Imagine a situation wherein children are killed, mother is doing namaskara to the killer. What a grand nature. Therefore, Suta Muni says, Vama Swabhava, a woman of wonderful character. Kripaya Nanama, sympathizing with him, with his condition, she did namaskara. Nirikshya Krishna apakritam guru sutam pashuvat pashabatta. Like an animal, he was tied. What a great character. Suta Muni's idea is, when praising Draupadi, after 18th day she got this character of Kshama. Forgiving nature is a very wonderful character. After 18 days she got it. If she would have got it 18 days before, that is the idea here. She could have avoided all calamities. 36 lakh, that means 3.6 million people were killed in Mahabharata. 18 Akshayogni means more or less 36 lakhs human beings. 3.6 million people were killed. This side 3 people, this side 5 people. That's all. Only 8 people remained at the end of the war. So here Sutamuni mentions to the audience, because his audience are rishis, Shama is the highest dharma. If a person is a spiritual seeker, please understand. For a Kshatriya, Kshama is not a highest dharma. Ahimsa is not highest dharma for Kshatriya. If a person wants to be a spiritual seeker, this is the highest dharma, forgiving nature. Uvacha asahanti asya bandhanayanam sati. She could not bear the sight of Ashwatthama being tied like a animal. Muchyata. Please release him, please release him. See, 1 hour before she was waiting to kill that killer. Now when she found that killer happened to be Guru Sutam, Brahmanaha. Again Dharma Buddhi has come. Brahmanaha therefore cannot be killed. And Guru Sutam happened to be Nitaram Guru. He is the another form of Guru, therefore he cannot be killed. Sayesha Bhagavan Dronaha Prajarupena Vartate Tasya Atmanordham Patnyate Nanvagat Virasu Kripi Tad Dharmagnya Mahabhaga Bhavadbhir Gauravam Kulam Vrijinam Nargati Praptum Pudyam Vandyam Abhikshnashaha Ma Rodidasya Janani Gautami Pati Devata Yathaham Mritavatsartha Rodimi Ashtrumukhi Mukuhu. So Draupadi says, even if he is a Kulanashi, even if this Ashwatthama is a Kulanashi, still he cannot be killed. He should be released because Saha Yeshaha Bhagavan Dronaha Prajarupena Vartate. Your own Guru is standing in front of you in the form of Guru Putra. Therefore, you cannot kill him. Not only that, what this fellow's mother Gautami did, she also will be suffering if this fellow is killed, as I am suffering having lost all my children. So Putra Shoka will be too much. So I know what is the meaning of Putra Shoka. Therefore, she should not have that. Therefore, you cannot kill him. When she was telling, immediately a voice in that audience came. Sabash. Dharmyam Nyayam Sakarunam Nirvelikam Samam Mahat Raja Dharmasuto Ragnyaha Pratyananda Vachodvijaha. Who told this Sabash? Yudhishthira Maharaj. Sabash, Draupadi, Sabash. At least now your eyes are opened. Revenge is not the solution for any apachara. Entire Mahabharata is full of revenges only. Understand? One tries to do apamana or apachara to someone, that fellow takes revenge, then again the revenge is multiplying one after the other. Unknowingly, Bhishmacharya insulted that Kashi Rajaputri Amba. Unknowingly. She took a vow that I will be cause of your death. And she got birth as Shikandi. One Janma, this revenge continues, you see. The revenge will continue Janma after Janma. So she comes with another form in Shikandi form to take revenge. Two friends were there, Drona and Drupada, in their Gurukula. Dronacharya was insulted by Drupada. Then Dronacharya took revenge through Pandavas and took back their kingdom. Then Drupada got insulted second time. Then he wanted to take revenge. So he did yaga, then brought Drishtadumna to kill Drona. Then Drona was killed. Draupadi insulted Duryodhana in that Indraprastha, Indra Sabha. Andhaputraha andhaiva bhavati. Blind fellow's son will also be a blind like that. She insulted. That insult came with a revenge in Kaurava Sabha. Then again, she has taken a vow that without getting Dushasana's blood as the hair oil for me, I will not comb my hair. Even one day before war, Bhagavan Krishna says to Draupadi, at least rethink this vow. You can forgive him. You have to pay very big price. No, I want that hair oil only. Dushasana's blood should be there. You can avoid this war, Draupadi. You can avoid Nasha. Just remove this one vow. No, I want that. She told when? Some 19 days before. Now she is telling, forgive him. In Tamil, they used to say, Kannu ketta piragu Surya Namaskar. Having lost everything, people get understanding, proper understanding. For what sake? Useless it is. That is why Shastra says, learn from elders and don't give the opportunity for these type of situations. If you don't learn from elders, time will teach you. Life will teach you. You have to learn, no other way. You have only option whether you learn voluntarily from the elders, whether you become Shishya voluntarily and learn from elders. Otherwise, you learn from Kala Tattva. When Kala Tattvam teaches, there is no Shishya Guru Bhavana. Yamadharma Raja will teach you with beatings. So nobody is away from this Maranam. Nobody is away from this Kala Tattvam. Otherwise called Maranam. So everybody will have Bhayam. When Draupadi told to leave Ashwatthama without punishing, Yudhishthira appreciated, at least now you got sense. At least now you got sense. Therefore it is what he told is Dharmyam, Nyayam, Sakarunam, Nirvilikam. Mahat, grand, Sabash Draupadi. Then now two parties. All others except Draupadi and Yudhishthira, all others, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, say he should be killed. Nakula Sahadevascha Yudhano Dhananjaya Bhagavan Devaki Putro Yechanye Yascha Yoshitaha. Whoever was there, another group, he should be killed. Then Arjuna was waiting for command from the Bhagavan. Finally, what this fellow will tell? Krishna will tell always confusive statements only. Whenever you need anything, Yashreyasya Nishchitam Bruhitan me, he surrendered 18 days before. You please tell with all confirmation and conviction what has to be done. But you read all Bhagavad Gita, Sanyasam Karmanam Krishna, Punaryogam cha Shamsasi. This fellow was not at all clear of doubt with regard to Adhyatma Yoga. He was very clear in Dharma Sankatam. But with regard to Adhyatma Yoga, he was not at all clear. Whether sannyasa is better or fighting is better. Grihastha Ashrama is better. Up to 18th chapter also he asked same question. So now he was observing Krishna, what Krishna will tell. What Krishna told you know? Brahma bandhuhu na hantavyaha atatayi vadharhanaha. What a judgment it is. Brahma bandhu, therefore should not be killed. Atatayi, therefore should be killed. See, Krishna means confusion. Not that he is confused. He will try to confuse us to verify whether we are convinced or not with regard to teaching. Jagat Guru. Out of syllabus question only he will give, not syllabus question. Bhagavan says here, Brahma bandhuhu na antavyaha atatayi vadharhanaha mayaiva ubhayam abnatam paripahi anushasanam. Arjuna, you know how to obey my both orders. Both are the orders. Brahma bandhuhu na antavyaha. Brahma bandhu should not be killed. Atatayi vadharhanaha should be killed. All others, especially Bhima, Bhima doesn't have any thinking capacity. Poor man, guileless man, instinctual man he is. What? Both the orders how can be fulfilled? Should not be killed, should be killed. How? How is it possible? Then Arjuna asked Sahadeva to bring a knife. Then Bhima thought, oh, with knife he is going to kill like that. Arjuna shaved the head of Ashwatthama through that knife. Ashwatthama was protesting. No, 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 don't shave. Kill me, cut off my head, but don't shave my shika. A Brahmana losing shika is equal to getting killed. So, Atatayi Vadarhanaha. At the same time, his life was not taken literally. He was not killed literally. At the same time, his honor was killed. Once a Brahmana loses honor, which is in the form of shika. Shika is the sign of honor for a Vaidika. For a Vaidika, shika is the insignia. So he was protesting, please kill me, don't take away my Upavita, don't take away my shika. That much was honored. Now you take this definition and apply it to the modern society. How many will qualify? So at the time of even death, they were not ready to give up their Swadharma. Basically, I am a Brahmana. By profession, I became Kshatriya. As Kshatriya, I did Adharma. Don't punish Brahmana. That is the idea of Ashwatthama. But both the orders of the Krishna has to be followed. So therefore, they shaved his shika and let him free. Ashwatthama being humiliated, he could have accepted very death sentence. This was too much for Ashwatthama. So therefore, being humiliated, again he has used Brahmastram for Kulanasha. Again, second time. To kill all the Pandavas and whatever Kula is there. Because he knew Uttara was carrying a Shishu. Uttara happened to be the wife of Abhimanyu, who happened to be the son of Arjuna. The Pandavas went for rest, thinking that all problems are solved. When suddenly again Brahmastra comes to their tent, they got terrified. This is from whom? We left Ashwatthama now only. Then again, who knows Brahmastra is this Kripacharya. Kripacharya sent Brahmastra. Like that they were wondering. But they understood, Bhagavan told, Ashwatthama only has sent Brahmastra second time. Like that, he used his Narayana Hastra to pacify and he saved Pandavas. In that group, Uttara was not there. Uttara was in another tent taking rest, being a pregnant mother. She started crying, shouting. Then Draupadi ran, then found this Brahmastra is hurting the Shishu inside the Garbha. Now, Mother Uttara comes and surrenders to Bhagavan. Pahi pahi maha yogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tvad abhayam pashye yatra mrityuh parasparam. Yatra mrityuh parasparam. One of the golden statements in Shastra is mrityuh yatra parasparam. No one is free from mrityu bhaya. Therefore only I did not ask help from any of my relatives. Pandavas were there. Mother-in-law was there. Draupadi was there. So I have come to you, my dear Lord. Please save me. Then Bhagavan got karuna, compassion towards this young mother. Because he only arranged for Abhimanyu's marriage with this girl. And she lived only for few months with Abhimanyu. In that lifetime, she got pregnant also. No, only one Shishu is available for Kuru Vamsha. This fellow, even after getting forgiveness, again this fellow started like this. He thought he was very much angry, but this is not the time to fight with Ashwatthama. This is the time to save the child. So, what a wonderful thing he did, By his Maya Shakti, Bhagavan entered the Garbha of Uttara Devi. Antastaha sarvabhutanam atma yogeshwaro harihi swamayaya avrunot garbham vairadya kurutantave mamamsta khetadacharyam sarvacharyamaye chute ya idam mayaya devya srijati avati hantyajaha. Sutamani says, Bhagavan entered the Garbha of the Uttara Devi by his Maya Shakti. One who did not enter the Garbha of his own mother, Devaki, he entered the Garbha of Uttara Devi. What is the reason? Because it is family of a devotee. She belonged to a family of a devotee. There is a need for that Shishu to be protected. Therefore, Bhagavan entered the Garbha of Uttara Devi and used his own Sudarshana Chakra to resist the Brahmastram. And the Shishu, which was there inside the Garbha, was seeing full of light. Suddenly full of light. What is happening in my mother's body? Then the Shishu saw one more child is there. Suddenly another fellow has come. What is happening? Oh, he is very beautiful also. He is blue colored also. Unlike me, there is no pipe. So Bhagavan did not need that pipe which connects the mother with child. Pipe also was not there. Fully grown. Why is he here? But very beautiful. Soothing also. So Bhagavan gave handshaken. Don't worry, my dear. Like that, Bhagavan gave darshan to Parikshit Maharaj. It is not only for Parikshit Maharaja, for every child, for every human child, Bhagavan gives darshanam inside the Garbha at the 7th month. That we will come across in Bhagavatam afterwards. So this child inside the Garbha saw Bhagavan, became friend. Bhagavan protected and came out. Came out means what? For others seeing, Bhagavan is standing there only. Others don't know what happened. Uttara stopped crying. Everyone thought Bhagavan has protected by his some mantra shakti. In that situation, out of fear, Uttara Devi gave birth to this child. The child has come as though burnt with fire, like a log of wood burnt with fire. Then everybody thought the child is dead. Bhagavan told, no, the child is not dead. When Bhagavan says everybody has to believe it, then why it is lying like this? No, it can come to life if a Nitya Brahmachari touches it. By the time Narada Bhagavan has come there to witness this wonderful Leela, So everybody saw Narada Bhagavan. Because nobody believed Krishna can be a Nitya Brahmachari. So in that group, only one Brahmachari is there, who happened to be Narada Bhagavan. So they saw. Then Narada, no. I am Brahmachari, but not Nitya Brahmachari. Once in my lifetime, I wish to marry someone. Fortunately, I was restrained by Bhagavan and I was saved. So in my thought process, I was not Brahmachari. So Nitya Brahmachari epithet will not apply for. Then they thought nobody is there. One person is there, Bhishmacharya. So they thought of carrying the child to Bhishmacharya. Then Bhagavan said, don't worry, no need for that. Then he did Shapata. If I am Nitya Brahmachari, let this child come to life. Let the child be alive. Child became alive. So far it was in coma condition because of accident. When accident happens, we lose consciousness. Na? So such a huge accident inside the Garbha itself. So the child came out alive. Then everybody wondered. This is not the time to think over this wonder. This is the time to take care of the child. So even the Nitya Brahmachari, okay, we'll talk about that afterwards. Then the child, as even it came to conscious life, it opened the eyes and sees everybody's face. All are trying to present themselves in front of the child. When Bhima comes in front of the child says, oh, who is this Asura? Such a big face. Like that he was verifying whether this is the person whom I saw, whether this is the person whom I saw in the Garbha, like that. Therefore, everybody observed something it is looking after, something it is examining. Therefore, the name was given to the child, examiner. What is the name? Examiner, Parikshit. For examiner, what is the Sanskrit word? Parikshit. So they named him Parikshit. That same Parikshit will be subject to death again after some years. And he will be saved from death by Shukacharya. Even if Bhagavan comes and saves you without giving knowledge, that saving is not going to be a fulfilled one, permanent one, absolute one. You need one Acharya, Shastra Acharya to get rid of this Marana Bhayam ultimately. You understand? So Shastram is the highest blessing for a human being. Shastra Acharya is greater than Bhagavan. This is the message of the story. The same child which was saved by Bhagavan himself by miraculous powers is again going to be subjected to Marana Bhaya. Same thing happened with Draupadi also. Bhagavan saved her honor, saved her from Bhaya only once. Repeatedly she was subjected to same type of Bhaya. Therefore, here Sutta Muni says, Ma mamsta ketadascharya sarvascharya chute ye idam mayaya devya srijati avati hantyajaha. Don't wonder about the miraculous powers of the Lord. There is another manifestation of the same Lord, which is in the form of Shastra Acharya. Unless that manifestation comes in one's life, he is subject to Maya Shakti. Idam Mayaya Jagat Srijati Avati Hanti. So, the Jiva will be in this cycle of birth, death cycle. Keeping himself as Ajaha, unborn, he entered the Garbha of Uttara Devi. He himself manifests in the form of Parikshit also, and he himself is going to be manifested in the form of Shukacharya also. So, with this introduction, the Bhagavatam story starts. What is the message? One message is forgiving nature is very important for a spiritual seeker. If he says that I want to be a serious spiritual seeker, he should be with forgiving nature. Second message is, even if Bhagavan himself comes and protects, still that protection is invalid. It will be invalidated in time, and a person requires Shastra Pramanam and Shastra Acharya to get rid of this bhayam and to get permanent protection. Seeing this miraculous happening, in that audience, one old grandma is there, Mother Kunti Devi. She was very much convinced. This is the fellow whom everyone calls God, God and Avatara. So I have to surrender myself to him. Like that, with that intention, she surrenders to Krishna, asking for knowledge. So many times she surrendered. Every time when her children are in trouble, she surrendered. So Bhagavan saved. Now she understood. This saving will be what? Lollipop saving only. You know that lollipop? That chocolate, gilgilpai, they call it. So whenever a child cries, like that, everything is lollipops. So unless I get knowledge, Atma Jnanam, I cannot be away from this birth and death cycle. Because she now felt, she also suffered, na? Seeing all these incidents, she was very much anxious. What will happen to my kula? What will happen to my kula? Like that. So she thought, I need ultimate solution. Therefore, let me surrender to Lord. So she surrenders. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Param Alaksyam Sarvabhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. This Kunti Stuti is one of the wonderful Stuti in Vedanta Shastra, having lots of ideas about Vedantic mind, about the Vedantic truths, which we'll see in the next class. Tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam navam tadeva sishvan manaso mahotsavam tadeva shokarnavam shochanam runam yaduttama shloka yasho nugiyate gopika jivanasmaranam govinda govinda.